Red down so fucking bumpin', bro.
When I heard that big Grim Reaper intro, especially when it was the snippet, that's when I was like, yo, I gotta tap in with RealRed, start chopping it up, whatever, even to just tell him that's the hardest beat all time. I don't even care if we start working, but yeah, it all came full circle now, so I'm excited. But definitely another episode of the Producer Room, powered by Producer Culture. Today we got my white North Face twin in the building.
North Face.
The guy, RealRed. What's going on, man?
What's going on, guy? Everything doing all right?
Yeah, everything's smooth my way. What do you got going on?
I know much, pretty much chilling, smoking and shit, putting ideas together.
Yeah, trying to finish the summer up hot and then get right into it. After that, it's eyes locked on Q4.
Yeah, Q4. That's the best part of the year to me, really.
Yeah, that's definitely the best part. But like I always say, a lot of people get so excited or very attached to what they see now. And if you scroll through RealRed credits, accomplishments, you're going to be scrolling for a really long time, from beginning little Migos days to early on songs with Choppa or Block Boy, like Chop Block, amongst a ton of others, to so much Big 30, Moneybagg Yo, Pooh Shiesty, whoever it might be. Like I said, you're going to be scrolling for a really long time. But what was the moment when it really started kicking off for RealRed? Like those first ever beats you started doing? Like what made you really want to start doing this?
I say when I first started, like I ain't really see the future with it. So I just was trying shit. But as time went on, I started like getting placements, and I'm constantly I'm consistently in studio sessions and shit like this. So once I started seeing like I can move around and you know what I'm saying, and do what I love type shit, it's like I said around like 2018, 19, around the time I did Chop Block, that was around the time I really seen like a future with it type shit. So I started taking it serious.
Yeah, as soon as it started working. And that's the hardest part to it too, is just doing it so much when you're not seeing those results. It makes it easy to want to stop. But obviously you just kept it going and kept it pushing. And there was a lot of really, really cool moments that come from that. I think you're a super good person to ask this to. A lot of times we'll watch a lot of artists' initial songs with whoever it might be, and then they kind of move on from those producers, or that producer and that artist kind of part ways. And there's a lot of reasons why that could be. You're somebody who is there for the initial, rise of a lot of these artists. And now when they're still so big, you're there to this day, whether it's, a ton of songs on like the most recent Bag project, as he becomes, the hottest thing out right now, or, a whole bunch of different people like that. I'm sure a lot of it comes with consistency, but what are some of the things that you've done that might be different than others for, to kind of make that RealRed sound something that's always needed, something you can't move on from?
Pretty much I just like, or since I'm an engineer, or since I've been an engineer, my ear for music just expanded type shit, like over the course I've been engineering. So I like to give artists something that they're not used to type shit, like something that make them think harder type shit. So it's a hard question to answer type shit, because I don't know how to answer that one. It's a hard one.
Yeah, definitely. No, it's crazy. It's something that's definitely there. That RealRed sound, stays around from the beginning of these artists' careers all the way until the very end. When to this point as they continue to rise. For you, what about kind of like the collaboration process with different producers or whatever? I'm sure you're getting hit up all the time.
Yeah.
What kind of makes you want to collab with someone? What some of the ways that you've done it where it's worked out really well for you?
I like to work with people that's like that's mentally there with me, like on music type shit. Like I don't really just like I got to the point now where I don't really just make a lot of beats. So when I make beats or make music, now I like to make it count. I don't really just like to waste my time. Like if I feel inspiration, I like to go and do it right then and there. But I feel like collaborating like this the most underrated piece to music right now. A lot of people, I don't need to collab. I got my own sound. Like just imagine 2-3 sounds on one beat type shit. Like it's a lot of my stuff that I got that I went platinum on is more than one producer on because it sounds clashing. So I feel like producer collaboration is real underrated. So I encourage producers to if you feel like you can work with somebody, you comfortable working with that person, keep doing this shit. Like and just try different shit with each other. Like I kind of use collaborating to um how I could put it. I just like trying different stuff basically. Like different genres. Like this loop maker might be from this country or that country. Like it's different styles. So I like trying shit. So yeah, I fuck with collaborating.
Yeah, and I definitely think a lot of that is super true as far as different, styles coming together to make,
Yeah.
the overall most insane end product. Have you ever had any instances where collabing just went bad or where someone just sending you loops like crazy and you're like, yo, dog, get away
Man, I go through this. I go through that every day type
every
shit. Like
day?
I don't have to like create dummy emails for producers, and I had to create emails for producers I know that's gonna send like the shit I like type shit. So this shit started getting real overwhelming these days. I get so many DMs. Like people start DMing me loops type shit. Like
Right.
it shit getting out of hand, real out of hand.
Really out of hand. That's one thing that I'm trying to do is, of course, on this platform, whatever we do, we want to highlight all the amazing accomplishments that producers have and all these incredible accolades, placements, work that they've done outside of that. Even given a lot of producers, and you're in this boat yourself, a lot of props for helping up and coming producers and getting them a placement with this or that they wouldn't be able to do without you. But one thing I am trying to do is I want to point out to people what they're doing wrong too, because that's the only way you're going to learn. And some of the ways that loops get sent to bigger producers or whatever, I just know that it's not going to work that way. So I always want to make sure that they know, hey, if you're doing it this way, you might want to rethink it because you got someone like RealRed right in front of you telling you, you guys are getting me to the point where I got to make a dummy email.
Yeah. Then like another thing I want to point out, like I don't feel like a lot of loop makers like a lot of loop makers make what they hear and not mix what they hear with what they trying to make. Like I feel like that's a big problem. Like you get a lot of, how many little baby loops I get a day, 4PF type loops, Southside. Like once I see stuff like that, I feel like they drop producers away from wanting to use those loops because it's like why you trying to mimic? They say I want your sound. You know what I'm saying? Like shit like that. Like it be the small shit that count. Like you gotta take care of it and watch the small shit.
Definitely. Yeah, it's been crazy for sure. So we kind of touched on, Chop Block and some other stuff before, kind of more so in the very beginning of guys like that's career. How did the initial like click up kind of happen with a lot of the artists that you're super locked in with right now? All in person, some of it was from hitting up over the internet.
Yeah, pretty much any song I done produced, I done recorded or mixed it. Like from I recorded on Majority Bag album, the songs I got with Shiesty, couple of those I recorded, Big Scar, we recorded it at Chopper House. What else? Pretty much anything that I done made, I done recorded. So, or just anytime I link up with an artist, we always run across each other at the studio or just anything. They'll get my number from somebody. Hey, bro, I need, you know what I'm saying? I met Bad walking to the restroom at the studio in Memphis, I need a lighter, like, and we talked down there an hour type shit. So from that day on, we just linked, like, and we just started. I don't know, it's chemistry started building. We just see what happened. We got number one album type shit. So
yeah, number one album, some of the biggest songs on that number one album, produced RealRed. But it's funny you say that little bag run in or instance where you guys were literally just, popping out for a second. The studio walks by needing a lighter, because it kind of goes to two things that I try to say a lot. Is one, of course, always be prepared so you're ready. That's kind of a funny instance, but you just happen to have at the time what he was looking for. But also, like, I always say to people, try to kind of do it in a way that's different when you're try to provide them something instead of you asking. And I think that's something that, you get asked for a favor 9,000 times a day when somebody's hitting you saying that they can give you loops so you can make beats for the artist that they want to get it to and do it like that. Versus somebody hitting you and saying, hey, I know you have a lot of people hitting you asking for beats. Be able to make your beats faster if you use some of my stuff. If you ever need anything, you just let me know. So that's a big difference right there. But as far as like asking for a handout type of thing, which it's not, because you are helping with the loops or whatever, versus providing them help to, your kind of like overbooked schedule. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I always tell producers, don't be a liability, be valuable type shit. Like, don't, like, is how can I put it? It's like how you say it's more beneficial to come a different way. Like, if you see 20 loop makers or 20 producers saying the same shit, say something different. And, you know what I'm saying? Don't, because I don't know, like I said, the small shit will draw a producer away from working with another producer. So just the way you talk, the way you type in constantly, like comment and stuff like that, like all those, like you can irritate a person to, like, and word get around fast, like, my bro worrisome as hell, bro, don't, like, word, bro, like producers this in the industry, there's LinkedIn and shit like that, like, word get around, like, about loop makers and other producers and shit. So, like, just they gotta keep that in mind. Like, you gotta, don't be a liability, be valuable. Try to be valuable to whoever you're trying to work with.
Definitely. No, that's a super important takeaway for everybody watching right there. Don't be a liability, be valuable. And also, you're always on stage too. So like he said, a lot of those bigger, producers, engineers, whoever's locked in with those artists that you're wanting to work with, they're all talking, and they're definitely they're definitely going back and forth. So you're always on stage, for good or for bad. You do something incredible, you really impressed a lot of people with stuff you sent. Now they're all thinking you're the hottest up and coming, whatever. But you annoy some people on the other hand, that's gonna be going on just as fast, for sure.
It's gonna hunt you fast.
Yeah, it's definitely going to. But yeah, it's been incredible to kind of watch the climb with guys like that. Also, our man, shout out Lil Migo. That's somebody who believed real early. You and I were kind of talking off camera for a minute. Migo is somebody who I feel like in the producer world spots talent really, really early. What was it kind of like back at that point in time when you and him first locked in and started making stuff happen?
It was it just was random timing. So he had just text me, like, bro, send me some beats. I'm finna rap. I'm finna rap. Like, he would always call me and, like, bro, I'm finna go buy a studio equipment. I'm finna go get the speakers. I'm finna go get the mic. And I said it took him a year to do that. So over time, like, when somebody comes to saying something, and they don't do it right then. Like you start like, man, he bullshit. So after a while, you start doing it, and you know, after a while, you end up going to buy the equipment and shit. So once he bought his equipment, I sent him like 4-5 beats. 2 days later, we end up dropping letters to the industry, and I say a week had passed. We did like $500,000 in a week or something like that. That was just the audio. So that shit just was it was the hottest shit at the time, and she still getting played in the club to this day. So like it shit just was random. Like I wasn't expecting the song to do what it did. Like we just doing music type shit.
No, yeah, it's crazy, bro. Lil Migo's one of the best people I ever got to work with. Like the way he's just got such a good like mind for stuff, like just knowing what's about to happen next and knowing when somebody has what's about to happen next. Because even with me, like we got connected pretty early on through Julian. Shout out my man Julian, 25 Riches, as someone will know.
Shout out 25 Rich.
Yeah, he manages some producers in the space as well. You know, shout out Taj Money, Jordan, Hitman. Overall great guy. He's made a lot of stuff happen for a lot of producers. That's how I got linked in with Migo. But once Migo kind of heard about what I had going on, you know, it was off to the races from there. And you know, he's a really, really, really solid guy.
Yeah, real talk.
Yeah, definitely. But it doesn't just go from Migo, you know, you end up with some stuff with, you know, Big Boogie, and a bunch of other artists like that. You'll end up with some of the bigger songs that they'll end up having. But like I said, it's really cool to watch how it all kind of comes back full circle. Those early days, Chop Block, etc. with Annalie Choppa. And then, you know, a belated congratulations as Top Shot just went gold not too long ago. You have a gazillion on there. What was that process like throughout that album and just relocking him back with him on the music tip?
Oh shit! I think around that time we had he called me out the engineer like to finish his album, and I did it alongside my guy Aaron Metz. He's from LA. Mm-hmm. He mixed the album with me and shit. I said that was probably like the craziest process, like the mixing process, being there with an artist, like it's cool to be there doing a recording session, but mixing, like trying to get this shit right for an artist, this shit was kind of like, it was kind of stressful. It taught me patience at the time, especially with Chopper being so young. And but that process, I feel like it advanced me to taught me more studio etiquette and shit like that, like stuff like that. I like to get positive from it, like to help me grow. So it process was crazy. It just was kind of mind boggling, but I made it through it type shit. Right. So
yeah, and the engineering credits go way beyond even the production credits that you have. You've been a part of you know, a ton of really big songs on both sides, one or the other. Waukesha is obviously one of the biggest songs out right now.
Crazy record.
When you were, and I imagine like most of the other stuff, you were in person watching that kind of come to life and that final product together. Did you know at the time that song was going to be what it was?
Yes.
You knew.
Yes. I just knew, like, cause I know how the music culture is now. Like fans are really attracted to samples and shit like that. Just stuff they familiar with. And I knew, I was like, damn. Like they heard the sample, then want the Lil Wayne shit was kind of icing on the cake.
Right.
Like, so like once this shit got together, we heard that first drop, that when he damn me hit the spot, we was like, yeah, this one of the ones right here. So this shit just was crazy from making the beat and just the whole recording process and like switching shit around and putting this here, like this shit just was crazy, man. Like I don't lie, it's probably my favorite record that I produced and engineered type shit. Like it was like, I don't know, it's on timeless. It's gonna be timeless.
That one's definitely crazy. You see, this guy's good. He didn't even let me finish the question before he jumped in. Yes. Well, the big songs, there's too many to pick from, so I got to ask the same thing. First time you heard Back in Blood, did you have the same thing with that? You knew, like, okay, this is gonna go.
Nah, I just thought it was a regular song. You asked why I said we just thought it was a regular song. So we I say like when Shiesty finished his chorus, Dirk walked like Shiesty walked to the lounge and he was like, send me the session. Dirk finna hop on it right quick. We like, all right, shit. He can get it. So we ended up going back in bag session to just to chill, smoking shit. Like he come back 10 minutes later. What Shiesty did? Here go my verse. We was like, damn, that was fast. So when we heard the what part of Dirk verse? Precisely that's my dog, but you know, when we heard that, we was like, yeah, this gonna catch a lot of people attention right there, like a lot of people attention, like. But when it dropped, like it just was crazy line of events too, cause there was I say we ended up recording this song like months before Von had died, and it shit just it was crazy, and I say. Oh, it shit just was crazy, man. But I just like how that song ended up turning out. Like one of the biggest hits this year, if not the biggest hit. Because I done heard that you hear this song everywhere from clubs, bars, ran past people. Like this shit just was everywhere.
Yeah, that song was like YC after that. What the amount that it just kind of propelled him. Everyone talking about YC.
Yeah.
You being a part of that is amazing. And then even on the the producer room, even on the video production tip, Jerry's stuff is going insane right now. Everything he touches is going crazy. So shout out to everybody who was a part of that, because that's definitely back to back super special songs right there.
Man, it was crazy.
It's the magic RealRed touch.
Yeah, the magic RealRed touch. I gotta keep that one.
Yeah, I gotta keep that one. Keep that one. The magic RealRed touch. One thing that's obviously super apparent as this conversation continues is the amount of doors that's open for you from engineering, from recording the artists, and then even from being the person to mix and master it if you don't do one or both of the former. Is that something that you've always done? You've always made beats yourself as well as done that? You did one and then it led to the other, or how did all that kind of come together for you?
I started producing like say my junior year of high school, like 2016. I didn't start engineering until 2019. I ended up quitting my job, and I wanted to focus on music, and a lot of my friends that I was doing music with, from my partners Clay Crucial Perry or Memphis Track Boy. So I think at the time I had started doing stuff with Kivo Money, and I had started going to his sessions and stuff like that. And Memphis Track Boy used to always tell me, bro, like you gotta learn how to engineer. You like this is easy. It's easy, bro. So one day he set me up. He was like, Red, come record. Come record. I'm finna go to the restaurant right quick. So I'm thinking like, this ain't no. I'm just finna hit the space bar. It's gone. So he taught me like two little small things. So he ended up leaving for the rest of the session. So I had to really sit there and figure it out. So really from that day on, I started taking it serious. I started recording like hourly and stuff like that. That's how I ended up meeting Chopper, Shiesty, 30, all those guys, because they always need an engineer. But once they heard it, Red that make beats engineer. Like it was a lot of people that was coming to me when I started that didn't know I was Red that make beats. Like just know I'm coming to an engineer, like they ain't know. So I started producing it. It just and it led to engineering, and I started getting plaques on engineering before producing and
Yeah.
stuff like that. But I also be encouraging producers to do more than just produce, and that's what being valuable come in there, because you might, or if you engineer, you a part of the record. Just like I use Back in Blood for it. For instance, I didn't touch the beat, but I record. I'm part of the record. So just small stuff like that count. So you just gotta find some, like, from, even if it's make beats and make loops, or you make beats and DJ, or you make beats and make sound kits, you sell plugins, like stuff, like just find something to do other than producing. They can help you grow, cause like, I don't know, about really just want no producer nowadays. Everybody wants somebody that they can do more than one thing. So engineering if you can do it, it's a big help. It help your ears. It help you understand music more. Help you connect with the artist more. You will know what the artist want. Like, it been times, like when I first got around back, I wasn't getting a beat place for 2-3 months. So when I know 2-3 months, I'm learning, like, he like this type of shit. He like that type of shit. So I start hopping on beats and stuff like that. And, cause I'm hearing what he want. So he just small stuff like that counts. So that, like, if I encourage our producers to learn more than one skill outside of producing or beat making.
100%. I couldn't agree with that more. And at this point, it's essentially just fact. If you look around at, you know, so and so who's got all these big records, so and so who's got this, it's, typically they're that acts touring DJ, as well as they make beats and have places.
Yeah.
They're recording the artist, or
Mhm.
they're mixing, mastering the songs. And I think a lot of that probably just goes to the chemistry that gets made from that too.
Yeah,
Um,
for sure.
Sending beats to somebody's email or whatever, you might not have any other way. And if you don't, of course, do it that way. But I think Red is a really good example of what can actually happen when you lock in, and
Yeah,
that chemistry is built, because that chemistry is a super important part for sure.
yeah, for sure. They just I say, like, on engineering taught me to, like, um when I'm working with an artist, or when I'm like when I lock in with Bad, I want to know, like, I want to connect to you, like, messaging type shit. Like, I want to like be around when you're going through shit, or like, or just, I don't know. I Every artist that I don't work with, I connected with on a personal level, like, just like on some little brother shit or big brother, depending on who the artist is. So just having that chemistry just make the music 10 times better. And it'll make, like, having chemistry in a good relationship, or like keep you and the artist in the loop for a long time. Like, especially especially if y'all got a sound together, like, they gonna always come back, like, no matter what. Like, so
As far as looking to the future, kind of all things Real Red, I'm sure there's going to be a whole lot more platinum gold singles, multi-platinum plaques to hang on the walls, whatever. But is there anything else, looking towards the future that you're excited about?
um I recently just started planning out a couple businesses that I want to open. I'm really excited about those. Just getting more into stuff outside of music, like,
Uh,
is I don't know. It's about it, really. Like, the music gonna come. Ain't no telling, like, I don't really just know who I'm about to work with next. I just been preparing myself. So staying, like, just keeping my sound fresh, and I don't know. I just like going with the flow, really. So
100%. Yeah, and we saw that Real Red merch is on the way too. Tell
I,
everybody what's going on with that.
I got a real a good passion, for like pullovers and shit like this. Like it'll be the summertime. I'm still gonna have a pullover in the house. So I really just want to incorporate a lot of shit that I wear, a lot of stuff in my life into some clothes and pullovers and stuff like this. So I'm about to come out with a line of just pullovers. I'm gonna have a lot of stuff. Like I just been brainstorming ideas. I was thinking about doing custom shoes on down the line, but I just want I say probably like top of September. I'll probably have like promotion like I want and everything, but it's gonna be a crazy line. Like my first job gonna be crazy.
Yeah, no, we're definitely excited and ready for that. And you know, one of the pullover kings right here, so I definitely need that care package when the time comes.
I got you.
Hell yeah. So a lot of guys in that camp, of course, that we've been touching on, talking about kind of how you are coming up with them, how you found your way in, and how you've continued to amplify and excel both yourself with what they have going on. Another one of those guys for me, like I said at the top, was that Big Scar, and especially when his intro to Big Grim Reaper, the snippet dropped before, I feel like that was a really crazy moment and something that everybody was really wanting.
Yeah.
Scar to me was somebody who was kind of like a member of something that was just taken off really, really fast. But there wasn't enough Scar music out there for the fans to really jump on or whatever until that first project came, and then it went insane and it went crazy.
Yeah,
one of my favorite projects of the year. What was that kind of process like? And correct me if I'm wrong, you said you actually recorded that first song in Chopper House, right?
Yeah, we did Grim Reaper at Chopper House. See, at the time, I didn't know he was dropping. Chopper was really supposed to get on this song. He ended up falling asleep on this type shit. So I ended up. He was like, "I'll just finish the song." So it just was one of the songs I guess that was just sitting around. So he had been telling me like 2 weeks prior to him dropping, bro, I need you on my tape. I need you on my tape. So we ended up just using this song and turned it to the intro, and I feel like it glued the project together. He had a lot of different styles, a lot of different beats like that goes his flow. So it project one of my favorite projects that I worked on this year, really.
Yeah, that's definitely one of my favorite projects of the year too. It's been really fun and cool to watch him continue to build out his own lane. And we're definitely ready for new Scar RealRed music for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Kind of taking it back, I feel like you've dropped a lot of really, really sound advice throughout this conversation, especially to up and coming producers, both in studio producer etiquette, as well as kind of how to maneuver better over the internet when it comes to everybody sending stuff this way. Try to do it in a little bit of a different way, make yourself stand out. One thing that's gonna stick with me for sure is that be valuable, don't be a liability. Is there any kind of, like cheat codes that you wish, when you first started you would have known, but it had to take you this amount of time to really gain the knowledge of?
Nah, cause I say I really enjoy like just going through stuff. I don't really want to like skip no steps, cause I feel like when you skip steps, you're gonna miss something, or you gonna like it's something you ain't gonna know. So just going through stuff and learning from it, so I won't go through it again. Like I just like I enjoy going through that process. So I don't really it to me is it really not no cheat codes to music, because like every overnight sensation is damn near like 5-6 years in the making, or like you don't never know how long somebody done work for something. So like no, I don't really just wish. Let me see. I'm gonna find. Let me find one. What's a cheat code?
A little cheat code. It's an up and coming producer right now. You know something that they don't know, that if you knew it back then, it would have made things a whole lot different.
Let me see. I say I wish I would have started earlier. Like I feel like that's a cheat code. Like all producers or just artists in general, this 14, 15, and 16, you really don't like you got a lot of leverage, like until you get to your 20s and stuff like that. Like just being able to say, like, I'm 16, I made, you know what I'm saying, I'm hard as hell, but being humble with it, like this shit, I feel like that's a cheat code. I wish I would have started when I was like 12, 13, or
Right.
just anything, or I wish I would. This about the only cheat code. Just starting early, like,
Yeah.
and when you start early and you realize you just realize the process really. Like, I don't know. It's about the only cheat code I can say.
Yeah. It's two things to that I'll say, which is one, you kind of hit it on the head at the end there, which was it's all about the process, falling in love with the process. I always say in a
Yeah,
lot of these that people get really attached to the end result and they love looking at, you know, the Real Red Genius and seeing all those songs and wishing it was
yeah,
them, but they don't see, you know, so and so pulling up to your house at 5 a.m. because they want to record the song right now when you have
yeah.
plans.
Like I feel like it. Um, I just feel like life in general, like that people just get on social media or just, and it translate over to the producer or just music community that he got 10 chains on, he got 4, 5 plays. Like you don't never know. Like, I done had sleep this, like I say, like this past month the most sleep I done got in the last year. Like
Yeah.
or just working with artists, like you gonna lose sleep. Like they don't see the relationship that you lose, or sacrifices and risks that you have to take. It's so much you gotta do, but people just, like you said, people just so attached to the end result. You can't be attached to the end result, or just how people doing now. You don't know how they was doing 10 years or 5 years up until now. So the end result, or just seeing people on social media just throw people all the way off. I feel like, so can't you can't get attached to the man. You can't get attracted to the end result, because it'll throw you off your grind for
Yeah.
sure.
They'll throw you right off the grind. So one thing we know about Real Red is he'll bring it and he'll bring it every day. Like I said, those genius credits, they'll show that. Some days, of course, I'm sure, you know, you feeling in tip top shape versus others where you might not. What's something that for you just kind of keeps you motivated on maybe one of those days where it's like, I don't really feel like doing this today versus whatever. What's something that kind of keeps you going and keeps you motivated?
I said lately I had kind of like was in like a beat block slump. I feel like my creativeness had kind of went away. So I started training. I started working out every morning. I went from maybe waking up 1, 2 in the evening to waking up 6, 7 every morning to go work out. Then when I come home, I do what I gotta do, write down ideas and stuff like that. And I feel like this did just that waking up early in the morning, giving that boost of energy, done like just to help my creativeness just keep going. And I say when I don't feel when I don't feel inspired, I just get away from it. I don't force myself to do anything no more, or I just listen. I get to listen to unreleased stuff that I got. Like, I don't know. It just the working out really done help me, like help my creativeness go back through the roof, because I lost a lot. I lost a lot of it working on bag. I was making so many beats, and
Already.
man, hearing so many verses and shit like this. So it working out and stuff like that. I encourage our producers, artists, like, get up, get in the sun 30 minutes, hour a day. Like, just sit outside, go for a jog, go to the gym, go just get active. Cause like sitting behind a computer can fry your brain, fry your just how your skin dull and stuff like this. So you just gotta get out, give yourself some sun, and read a book or here and there. So
Beat block is definitely something that, you know, it's got to be extremely frustrating for a lot of people. And I think that's some really good advice right there, which is just switch the routine up a little bit.
Yeah.
Gets the routine up. Kid Hazel, he actually recently just said, something that helps him out with beat block a lot is he'll actually start chopping up a sample. So it's just something that's
Yeah.
so anybody out there struggling with beat block now, there's two kind of things that you could use to help get to the other side. We'll end off with this. When it comes to acts, every producer wants a placement right now. I gotta think Moneybagg Yo is right at the top of that list for damn near everybody. What's
Yeah.
what's an everyday session with Moneybagg Yo like? I feel like everyone's looking at that like that's got to be the coolest shit in the world.
It's really like what's a we might go like the whole session just vibing, smoking, or listen to beats until he get tired of like some days he might not rap, but just like a better type of person. He soak up a lot of stuff. Like I don't feel like it's too much. People can like he done mastered the like I use Time Today for example. Like people have said he looked like William and stuff like that. Like William from Sisters. And like I say like for a week he was like, I'm finna work that job. I'm finna like bag soak up a lot of stuff. Like he might soak up stuff for a couple of weeks, then rap like and stuff like that to get us something to talk about. But normally we just in bad sessions we just making beats and just or he might say an idea like do something with this. He'll send me a memo or anything like but pretty much we normally just make beats until he ready to rap, really. So
Just staying ready and have a lot of stuff on deck for him.
yeah.
But yeah, we appreciate it big time. The producer room, powered by producer culture. RealRed dropping a whole lot of really, really good advice in this one. We'll leave it off with this. The RealRed merch is on the way. Me and Red,
It's on the way.
we had done some business before, so the Create Music Group address. Need my care package when it comes. I'm ready.
I got you for sure.
No, I appreciate it big time. Congrats again on all the success.
I appreciate y'all for having me too.
Hell yeah.